In this video, we're going to check out two AI apps that are currently available on AppSumo for AI Week. The first one is WhisperTranscribe. The second one is Kubrix. WhisperTranscribe takes your video and audio content, transcribes it, and helps you create all kinds of different content that you can share on social media and on your website and even on YouTube. And Kubrix is designed to help you create viral videos. And personally, for my needs, Kubrix doesn't work very well, but it might be just perfect for your needs. So make sure you check that one out as well. If you want to check out the other AI deals available on AppSumo, click the link in the description down below. And for now, let's check out WhisperTranscribe and then Kubrix. This is WhisperTranscribe. Never mind that it says sold out there. By the time this video is published, it's going to be back for AI Week on AppSumo. And this app does one thing, and that's transcription. It's not a do everything for you, just does one, and I'm hoping it does it really well. We're going to find out in this video if it does or not. So for the licenses, we have a tier 1 and tier 2. We'll get to the prices in just a second. For tier 1, it's 150 minutes per month. For tier 2, it's 750 minutes per month. It also generates content for us, which is super handy. So I think it's created for podcasters mostly. So if you have a podcast and you want to generate content for social media, this will help you do that a whole lot faster. You can also connect your open API key for continued usage beyond the monthly transcription limit and access to GPT-4. So that's pretty cool. So these limits run on their API key. And if you have tier 2, if you go over those limits, you can just use your own key, which is not very expensive. That's a pretty cool addition. And once this is back online, we'll see the prices too. I assume it would be under 100 for tier 1 and over 100 for tier 2. That's probably how it's going to happen. Although tier 2 is orders of magnitude more transcription minutes, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 200 something for tier 2. Either way, once you have an account, it's pretty bare bones. And in fact, there's pricing in here. I was pretty close. Under 100 for tier 1, 199 for tier 2. There's a secret tier 3 that wasn't on this AppSumo page for $399, 1,500 minutes per month, 5 team members, higher size limit, and opening API keys on tier 3, not on tier 2. So I don't know. This is the previous one that sold out. This could be the tiers for the new one that's coming back for AI Week. So I don't know the exact prices that are going to be on here for AI Week, but it's going to be in this ballpark. If I had to bet, I'd say it's these 3 tiers with these prices. So tier 3 is the one with the API key. And inside of the dashboard online, there isn't much going on. There's these where you can upgrade the different tiers, and there's a download page where you can download WhisperTranscribe for Windows and for Mac. And that's all there is. Once you have it downloaded, it runs on your computer, which is pretty cool. Doesn't use up their server resources. I guess that's what they're going for. It uses up your computer resources instead. And all you have to do to get started is either upload a file, choose a file, or choose a podcast episode from a podcast library, find the content on the web, or record your own audio right in here. I'm going to choose from web and just paste in a YouTube URL. You can paste in more with commas separated, I believe. So we pasted it in. I didn't press anything else. It's doing something, probably downloading. It says 100%. Under settings, we can give it a name. I'm going to call it video 1. You can pick a language. You can choose speaker recognition. This is good for podcasting or videos with conversations. You can also add common misspellings here. I'm going to leave that blank. This is now not 100%, and this button has now activated. And here it has a title for the video. So it looks like it's good. Click on transcribe now, and it's going to transcribe this video for us. Luckily, this video is under 150 minutes, so it's probably going to take a little bit to transcribe, but it's not going to use all our credits. So the transcript is done, and it's got the timestamps and everything. There's a lot here. I wonder if we can export this. Yes, you can export this as SRT, so you could export this and upload it as transcript on YouTube. Maybe you can even translate. Yes, you can translate it. Let's see how that works. Translate to, let's say Spanish. Translate to Spanish. Translate. That's going to translate all this to Spanish. And I don't know if you knew this, but when you upload a YouTube video, you can upload all the translations or translated captions, which is this right here. And there's other services that you pay for that do that. Here it is in Spanish. So that's pretty slick. Does that for you. And you can have it as a transcript version or a full text version without timestamps, just paragraphs and things. And then you can also replace in here. Replace what? Find a word like editing. Replace with playing. You can replace all instances of the word editing. Under Content Hub, it shows us a summary with the key takeaways based on the transcript. You can easily get this from ChatGPT or Claude or anybody else as well. Just get the transcript from YouTube, paste it into Claude, and ask it for a summary. That's not too hard. Under quotes, we can click to pick or describe the quotes you want. Let's get some engaging quotes. Let's get quotes. Quotes are often used for social media posts. That's pretty neat. There's some quotes there. Chapters, let's generate those. See what that does for us. This might be for YouTube chapters. You could use them for that. It's got the timestamps. You wouldn't add the descriptions, but you could use those timestamps as chapters. Or you have that on your website. If you have your podcast on your website, you could have these chapters there. We can also add more things. So if we wanted show notes, we can add that. Instagram posts, blog posts. Let's do blog posts, Instagram posts, Twitter threads, and sentiment analysis. That could be fun. And then I think the apply button's down there. Click apply. How's it going to do all these things? It's doing them all at the same time. As soon as you add them, it does them. Let's see what else there is. Tweets, newsletter, follow-up questions, study materials, contradictions and fact-checking. That's pretty cool. Because it just does this stuff so easily. So here's one Twitter post. Here's another one. You have to pick a different title. Another one. It's got 3 posts. You can use AI Rewrite to rewrite them as well. Here's some Twitter threads that it created for us based on the content in the video. Sentiment analysis. The dominant emotional tone is helpful and cautious optimism. Those are pretty good. At least it's not like discouraging and unhelpful. Blog post. Created it here. Not too short, probably 600 words, 500 words. That's pretty cool how it made that so easily. And that doesn't appear to count towards our minutes because this 141 minutes hasn't changed. And the video is 9 minutes long. So we've used 9 minutes and it created all these things as well and didn't take away from that. Choose those again. Magic Chat lets us do what? Can you create images based on the transcript? Send it. So far, everything we have is text-based. Here's a plan for images. That's a great plan. Doesn't answer my question, though. But I guess you could do things like, can you create a listicle based on the transcript? I think what this allows you to do is specify the exact content that you want for your social post or whatever you're doing. So we have these pre-built ones you can choose from, or you can use Magic Chat to get exactly what you want. Unless, of course, you want to make images, then it won't do that. Visual Hub, maybe this is where the images are. Create your first clip over here. Please select the video clips, audiograms or video clips. Let's choose audiogram. Create audio or create AI audiograms. Let's see if this uses minutes. We have 141 right now. Let's see how many we have after this is done. It's still 141. Shows you the text for the clip. Shows you the exact snippet right here. Let's see what this sounds like. Using a plugin. You could install a plugin like Code Snippets to add HTML, JavaScript, or CSS to any page on your website. All you do once the plugin is installed. Sounds like me. You can change the aspect ratio. That's pretty slick. just another piece of content that you can add to your social feeds. You could also add that as text, of course, or an image, but just adding it as a video just makes it like a different piece of content. And then what do we do? We add clip. Yes, let's create a new one. How do we get this one? Let's go into our content hub. No. Visual hub. I guess you have to pick the one you want and then export it with subtitles or not. And then you make a new one, export that. So let's make a new one. Specifically a video clip. This video needs to be downloaded. Okay, sure. Download the video. And now it's going to make a clip of the actual video versus having just this Yeti microphone and the standard background, stock background. It's going to have a video clip created from the actual video. So we'll see how this turns out. And then we'll export it as well because the minutes haven't changed. But maybe when you export, then the minutes will be affected. So we'll test that in just a second. Okay, the video clip is downloaded. I'm going to choose Create AI Video Clips again. So it's going to hopefully, oh, there I am right there. So it did, based on whatever. It's just making video clips. And it's always got the same screenshot at the front. Oh, it's got the audiograms down this list here too. Let's see what clip 6 sounds like. And clip 6, I can tell you for a fact, does not start with this part of the video. So we'll see what it's actually showing for this. The file manager is found inside your hosting account. Depending on your host, there'll be different ways to get to the file manager. And once you're there, you need to know. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Let's export that to see if that uses our credits. Let's put this in downloads right there. Exporting, done, and credits are unaffected. So you can do a whole lot with these credits. Like it's not deducting anything for any of the stuff we've done besides transcribe the original video. Style allows us to customize our style. I wonder if we can, video cover doesn't really work. It works for the first part of the video where it's just me on the screen, off center. Depending on the video style, that's not gonna fly. Change your subtitle options. You can change your background options. You can add a watermark if you want. And if let's try adding a clip from scratch. Video clip 9. Add a clip. Video clip from scratch. Video clip 10. It's just naming them sequentially, but I guess you can just highlight whatever you want. It would be nice if you could highlight, say, the sentence right here, but then also highlight this one right here. Oh, you can. Let's see how that works. Let's reduce this one. Let's see if it stitches those together, stopping it immediately and then starting at here are some. In the server, then when you save it, the changes will be synced to the files on your server anyways. Here's some best practices. Well, I saw it on the caption, but it kind of flubbed a bit. It didn't do the immediately. It said server. But you can apparently choose different sections. Maybe if I go a little bit longer. Let's try that. No, there's no audio. It doesn't like me messing around so much. Well, that's not ideal, that we can't easily try it again, because that's not playing any audio. But it is pretty cool that you can pick different sections, and hopefully they'll work on the editing abilities in here. But even if you don't create these video clips, even if you, like for my video style, which is widescreen, translating those to shorts is pretty hard. Although, hold on, just use the widescreen option. Do clips that way. That's pretty slick. Like this will help you create a lot of content really quickly based on your posts, based on your videos, your podcasts, or ideally you make video content and then your content pyramid is bigger because you can, from the video, get the audio, from the audio, create all these. Whereas if you have just audio content, you gotta start with the audio, you don't have a video to go with it, then you can just create all these from there. What's enhance do? Make these better. All right, it said enhance. That's what I'm asking it to do. Let's see what it does. Well, it definitely has more bolding and there's more text. So maybe those are better. I don't know. We have default Instagram posts and then Instagram posts based on your example. We can edit these, of course. We can't schedule though. What we could do though is take this content and use that in the app called Followr, which I made a different video for that's also on AppSumo for AI Week. I'll link to that in the card up above so you can check that out. Combining these two apps might be a major power play. So it's maybe something you should look into. And if you want to check out WhisperTranscribe, click the link in the description down below. It'll take you to AppSumo. If you end up buying through that link, I do get a credit for that. It does not make it more expensive for you, but it makes it so that I can keep making these videos for free. And I appreciate the support. And if you want to show your support for free, go ahead and like the video and subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Now let's check out what Kubrix can do. I think it's a pretty narrow space that Kubrix will create these viral videos for, but it might be the exact space that you need it in. So it might be right up your alley. If you want to check out the other AI tools, there's a link in the description down below for you to check them out. For now, let's check out Kubrix. This is the Kubrix AI listing in AppSumo, and it's used to create text to video. That's all it does. And it tries to make viral videos that are going to help you stand out and get traffic. As opposed to other AI tools that try to do everything under the sun, this one just does video. That's it. That is it. For $59 a month, you can make 15 videos in a month. Unlimited AI quality, not sure what that means. Unlimited quality, is that like 4K, 8K, 50K? I don't know. No watermark, HD video, seems like that would be the quality, HD. You can use them for commercial use. You can do text to video, text to viral shorts, and custom story video. And every tier just allows you to do more stuff. For $470, you make 150 videos a month. It seems kind of expensive, but somehow 15 for $59 seems reasonable. Anyway, if you click the link in the description down below, it's going to take you to this AppSumo page where you can read this information for yourself. And if you end up buying through that link, I get a credit for that. It does not make it more expensive for you, but it's an easy way for you to support me and this channel if you want to do that, and I really appreciate it. So let's hop into the Kubrix dashboard so we can see how it actually works. Here we are. The first thing we do is we select a viral video type: custom story, news video, quiz video, message video, and a challenge video. I love how the news video has a game in the back. Let's try this to see if it actually outputs some weird stuff. Okay, so step 2, select a video background. You mean they're all going to be video game in the back? I guess this isn't. You know, I prefer the news to not be app games in the background. That's weird. Is the news about bananas? If it's not, then having bananas chopped up in the background is weird too. Let's do this one. See what happens. Select the language, English. Background music, yes. Select the background music. Just pick that. Sure. Select the video orientation, vertical. Select a video voice. We can push on the play button and it should play them for us.
The years teach much which the days never know.
The world is round, and the place, which may seem like the end, may also be the beginning.
Oh, Daniel's very wise.
Gratitude is riches, complaint is poverty.
These are pretty good. I'll choose Daniel. Select a subtitle style. I assume we can change this once the video's done. I'll just choose this first one. Select a subtitle color, yellow, sure. Video style, cinematic, anime, realistic. Let's go with realistic since it's a news story. Then we click done. That opens step 3, generate a viral video. Share your idea. So this is a news type video. Let's choose the headline from similar to a video I did recently where I used fusion reactors as an example. Let's just use this headline. France runs fusion reactor for record 22 minutes. Let's see what it makes. This is probably going to take a few minutes. Didn't take that long. It's got a script here, but it's in French. Oh, I didn't ask it for it to be in French. That's why we chose English as right here. English is the language, but because we had France runs fusion reactor for record 22 minutes, it generated in French. So let's change this to scientists. I assume it was scientists who were doing that. Let's generate that now, this time. Doesn't take long to generate that script, though. That's better. It's in English now. Nothing wrong with doing it in French, of course, but that's not what I chose. I wanted to do it in English, but then did it in French. So this is the script. I'm not going to read through it. I'm just going to assume this is awesome, but in here you can edit it. Right? Can you? Yeah, you can edit it. So the amount of editing you do will also affect the length. So keep that in mind if you're creating shorts content. Enter the image search term that will be used in the video. 3 images. I guess these are all different search terms that will use to find images or create images for it, I assume. And you can add more down here. And you can trash any one of these as well. I'm going to click on generate. Now it's going to start making the video. It's at 5%. I will pause this video while it works. And when we come back, hopefully we're going to see something awesome. Because as I was saying earlier, this is all Kubrix does. All it does is create these videos, and hopefully it creates something legit. We'll see in a few minutes. The video is done, and it looks like it really did pick the exact thing that we have as the background that we chose up here. So if you pick the ones that have video games in the background, that's what it's going to be. My 9-year-old watches a bunch of these. The YouTube shorts with Minecraft in the back and the jumping cars. So there is a world where that is relevant. And I imagine this would all be the same one too. It's not like it's going to be a different Minecraft background or flying car background for everyone. So I think that's pretty limiting, the background types. Let's see what this is. Let's take a look. I can't play it. Got to download it. And here it is. I think you can hear the audio. Let's hope. Let's press play and see how it looks.
In a groundbreaking achievement, scientists have successfully operated a fusion reactor for a record 22 minutes, marking a significant milestone in the quest for clean and sustainable energy. Fusion energy, the process that powers the sun, offers the potential for limitless energy with minimal environmental impact. This remarkable duration surpasses previous records and demonstrates the advancements in fusion technology. Researchers utilized advanced techniques to stabilize plasma, which is essential for maintaining the necessary conditions for fusion. This progress is a hopeful sign for the future of energy, as it could lead to a viable alternative to fossil fuels. As the world grapples with energy demands and...
Okay, sorry for playing that so long. I actually didn't mind that. But I feel like the video part of it has got a lot of work that needs to be done. The images in here, I mean, who is this lady? Is she inside a fusion reactor? What is she doing? I don't know, but I don't think she should be in there. And I think we should have more options for backgrounds, just to give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't even think I have to do this, but I was going to say, just to give them the benefit of the doubt, let's choose one of these and see if it puts something else back in there, in the background, magically, somehow. I also didn't like how the songs had words. Let's choose a horizontal orientation for this one. And let's choose cinematic for the video style. And let's give it the same idea. Let's do this scientists again. Okay, generate. So that video took 1 credit. We had 15 here earlier. So now we're going to generate the script. And it made it in French. Even though we took France off of the title. Let's try this. How to play Minecraft. Let's see what happens. Generate. Use that as the title. These will be the image searches. And generate. What I would like is, like, these images that it created, why couldn't it put those in the background? Why has it got to be this weird stock footage that's probably going to be the same for every single video that Kubrix makes? At least these AI generated stock photos would be different, right? I think. Anyway, we'll see how this one turns out. Hopefully it's going to be a bit better, but I feel like it's going to be the same thing. The exact background we chose and just generic, essentially. But I'll pause this video. I'll be back when it's done and we'll take a look. So the video is done. I've downloaded it and it looks like it did put that exact, I'm not going to say stock, but the exact background video it showed in the preview again.
Minecraft is a sandbox game where players explore a blocky 3D world. To start, create a new world by choosing between creative or survival mode. In creative mode, you have unlimited...
Okay, so got a car racing and crashing in the background. We have images that are totally unrelated to Minecraft. At least the text is related and the captions are there, and it's I mean that's a hit. But, you know, when it said it creates viral shorts and YouTube videos, I was hoping it'd do a better job. We didn't use the challenge video. Maybe that'll be a bit better. No, I don't think it would. Because when I see challenge video, I think, oh, it's going to be like this or that. But you choose that option and then it gives these choices for backgrounds again. So I really think they got to up their background game, because you can't just have everyone's videos using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 backgrounds. If you have 1,000 people making 100 videos a month with 14 backgrounds, that's, I mean, come on. Kubrix AI, I think it needs some work. I think it's promising. Like, it made these videos really quick and the script is good. If it could just give us more relevant background or allow us to add our own background video or make these images bigger, make them full size so it's the entire image on the screen and not this generic background, I think that would go a long way to making it better. But if you want to check out Kubrix anyway, click on the link in the description. It will go to AppSumo. This is the page you'll land on. These are the tiers that we saw earlier in the video. If you do click through that link, I do get a credit, but it does not make it more expensive for you. It's just an easy way for you to support me and the channel if you like these videos I make. And if you do, I really appreciate that. And you can also hit the like button and subscribe to let me know you like this video, and that's free and it's awesome. So go ahead and do that, and I'll see you in the next video.